Hi, Scorpio. This is Jess with your December 15th, 2019 weekly reading. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Scorpio, I would be very conscious financially. Yeah. Some of you have decided to leave a job, end a partnership with someone in business endeavors. Something has ended. Okay. And now you are making new plans, new goals, but you're going to have to pay out something. Okay, in order to manifest this, in order to make this happen for yourself. And I do feel like it's going to call for you to have to be a little bit conservative. Okay, I would say the entire, for some of you, no, I'm about to say Aquarius. So some of you Scorpios, you may find that you have to kind of take a reprieve for the rest of this month, I want to say. For the next 3 weeks, or up to 3 months, I would be very conservative financially, especially if you know that a job has just ended, a career path you're ending, but you kind of are excited about this new venture that you're entering into. But again, because you're entering into some type of new venture, new field, that is going to require you to have to pay out some things and invest in it, you will find that your finances are a little bit low. Excuse me. And some of you could be working or taking on a new business all of your own. You're going to gravitate to this new opportunity. It's like someone's going to come up with something, or you will, and say, yeah. You're like, unlike Sagittarius, that is taking more of a slow and steady process. Some of you Scorpios are not just leaping, but you are taking opportunities that are coming your way, especially things that are unconventional, uncharted territories that are uncharted. You may not be clear about things this week, so just be cautious about that. And I do feel like you need some time to kind of see things clearly a little bit. And also I feel like the protection is a bit challenged this week as well. Okay. Trying to make sure I'm saying this right, because yeah, so I don't see just rushing. I don't see you rushing, but I see you probably being more hopeful and optimistic. You're realistic about this, but I feel like some of you financially, you need to just be conservative. That's what I would say, especially if you have a move at a distance. If you have a place that you're going that requires quite a bit, I would be conservative if I were you. So, and then some of you might already know this. You know that, yeah, I have this travel, I have this change in career, I have this some form of change, or you're desiring that, and you know that's, or something has to change because my money is dipping low, and I need to make some adjustments. Okay. And so some of you are preparing. You may be saving or have saved $3,000, $4,000, $40,000, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, that sort of thing. And you don't know exactly what your next moves are going to be. You know, deep down, you want to make a move. You have to make a move. It is for your well-being and for your wellness and mental state. But you just don't know exactly where that is going to be. As we get closer into the week, going into next week, you get clear about where you're going. And I do feel like you get the finger on the pulse, and you start to make things happen. Okay. And this week will be a good time for you to start making those things happen. I feel like you will be more confident, you'll be more capable, you'll be more ready, and you'll be more able as the week goes on. And by the following week, but something could happen where you feel like, okay, it throws you out of bounds and it throws you out of sorts. You may feel unstable in this process of moving forward into this new stage of your life. And it's going to take a lot of hard work, consistency, determination, all things that Scorpios have that are aching to them. But you'll be happy in the end. You will be happy. You will be pleased with the results. You will be glad that you did this, albeit as uncomfortable as it may seem. And for some of you, it could be physically moving, physically changing home. And for others of you, if it certainly is career, but there's a change here that's coming up for you. Now, I would say if you are looking for new opportunities, new work, it will come. It's not going to be what you want financially. It's not. Some of you is going to take a lot of work, maybe several different streams of income, making a drastic move or shift. And even when you do that, it's going to take work. So nothing that you want is going to come just handed to you. No, that's actually, the divine blessings and things just being handed to you is actually in your challenge position this particular week. And this is only a weekly, it's not a yearly. So, and that comes with being very clear. And since some of you are struggling with knowing the path, right? The messaging in, the messaging in the universe of what you want to attract that to you may be challenged, right? Because you're a little bit confused. So that makes sense. But like I said, you get clarity and then you start to work on what it is that you want to go, and you will aim. You will put your bullseye toward the aim that you want. And it does, like I said, destabilize you, but you'll be happy if you can be consistent, Scorpio. That is the message here. Be consistent. Now, your reading is pretty straightforward. Your cards really are just basically saying the same thing over and over again. Conservative is key. I think that some of you can see a change probably maybe in Pisces season. I want to say Pisces season, things get a little bit better for you. Opportunities and whatever lessons there are to be learned by some change that you're embarking on. Pisces season will allow you to now have a fresh start. So this may not be your fresh start time right now, but it is a time to change hands in where you are in career or home life, and switch over to something that's going to work better for you financially down the line, or just make you feel better at home or where you are in life. And for all of you, obviously that'd be different. Now, when it comes to love, I feel that you guys are you're happy. Some of you may be happy in your love life. You may be you're maybe very romantic, loving, caring. They may surprise you out of nowhere with a trip or a gift or a lot of attention and action. Okay. Someone you are in a relationship with, somebody from your past can come out of nowhere with demands and commands. Don't you love that? Demands and commands as if they own you. Some of you may be dealing with that. I do feel that you're overcoming heartache and pain. You are also overcoming some distance from another. And I do feel that some of you are getting to a peaceful place in your life. All right. Even though you may not be 100% ready to commit to any particular person, for those of you who are still trying to overcome a past heartache and pain, there may be a nice distraction of someone in your life who is really showing you that they're there for the long haul, or they're willing to love you and care for you and be with you. Now, I do feel that some of you maybe, moving forward on your own simply because you're not ready to give fully yourself. Some of you may feel like you're not in a financial place to be in a relationship because you can't. Some of you equate money with value and status, right? So where you are in life, how you show up in life, that, confirms your self-worth and value, which I think is completely wrong. Because your value, and I mean, this is my opinion. Of course, you need money and you need to be stable and all those things. We all know that. But your value and self-worth comes within what you yourself as an individual can impart on another. Okay. But I do understand the logic behind, hey, I'm not where I want to be, so I really can't give anything to someone. Some of you may feel like, listen, I can't afford to take people here and there. It's too damn expensive to date. I'm off the market. I'm not doing anything. I can't afford it. I understand that. You would love to, though. You look at all these different places you want to go, people you might be interested in. And, you look at all of these little apps and stuff like that. For those of you who are into that type of thing, and you look at it and you say, hey, I would love to do A, B, and C and go here and there. But at the same time, you just feel like I can't afford it. I'm not going to be able to do it. And I get it. So some of you just can't do it. Now, I feel, but that's for some of you singles. But some of you may make it work. Okay, you may find a way to make a situation work. You may try to put yourself out there just for a little bit, just for a time. Someone could drag you out. They'll pay your way, a friend or something like that. They'll pay your way. Let's go out. Let's just get out. Let's do some things. And some of you don't want anything committed, but you do want to be social. You do want the interest of another. You want companionship, but you're not ready for anything serious. Scorpios, let them know. Let them know that I can't give you anything serious, because the thing is that Scorpios, you're going to 100% attract people who are going to be hard to get rid of. You are. And I think that kind of it goes that way when you don't want anything serious, then all you can seem to pull is what you want. And it's always that thing. It's, put out what you want, right? And not necessarily what you don't want. So if you keep saying, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship, what you're going to get is people who want relationships. And I feel like some of you are saying that you don't necessarily want a commitment, but you're willing to socialize and get out there and spend time and engage with people, that sort of thing. Now, some of you could be just the reverse. Someone, it doesn't want that with you, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus. They may not be open and ready and available, and they may have said that to you. It could be any earth sign. It doesn't have to be necessarily earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but something about conventional relationships, traditional relationships, that is not going to be available at this time. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to accept it, because someone may not be budging from that. They feel like this is the best thing for them. And you may feel like, there's, the option for you is very small. So it could be you that have to I guess so. The ball's in your court. And I think, for some of you Scorpios, that's kind of, it's expected. Something about your relationship is untraditional, unconventional, and you're going to go with it. You're like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll deal with it that way. With that, Uranus in your seventh house, you might be attracting people or with someone who's very liberated, and they intend to keep it that way. That's kind of what I see here. Now, I feel like, especially if you are a Scorpio male, you may have someone come back trying to communicate out of nowhere, maybe quite confrontational, the way that they're trying to seek you out as well. So that I feel like that'll be a bit of a turnoff, but at least for some of you, you'll hear this person out. Like I'm telling some signs, Libras are a force to be reckoned with, as well as Gemini. So this is giving me a bit of a Libra vibe. Some of you they no longer have the same effect on you like they once did, and they may be coming in wrong and strong. Like they may have done you wrong, and now they're trying to flip it and twist it around and make it seem like they've been done wrong. They're the victim in the situation. I don't feel like you're gonna have it. I really don't. I feel like you're not going to let them get away with something. I feel like you're going to fix whatever the problem is, whatever they created, whatever damage they've created to you. You're fixing it. You are better off because of it. Now you're wiser, smarter now because of it. But I feel like they've lost a major part of you. Trust, dependent, like whoever you used to know them as, or however they used to know you, they've lost that part of you. They've lost a bit of you because of it, right? Yeah, that's what I see. But you're not scared of this person. You may actually start to manipulate them the way that you feel like you've been manipulated. Be careful with that. It is karmic. So as they say, what goes around comes around. So I would be careful with that. Now, I feel that when it comes to, I think I've said it a couple ways. I've had to kind of pause your reading. So I think I've mentioned couples. I feel like some of you may be heading toward divorce. Someone just doesn't want a marriage anymore. They do not want commitment anymore. You may be saying, okay, I'm going to pay this amount. I'm going to settle out this amount, and that's it. I'm going to give you what needs to be given. We'll separate the business and the assets this way, that way, and the other. I just want out. Now, you're not going to leave without anything, but you're also not going to hold everything. You may have thought to do that, or someone may have been holding out on you, but I do feel like if they've been holding out, they're going to make what's right. They're going to do what's right. And if they don't, it'll be their karma, because karma is here. So whoever doesn't do what they're supposed to do, it's going to be karma. And I feel for some of you, You may be a little bit confused about, if this person is going to do right. But I feel as the week goes on, you will get more control over what needs to happen. And again, it may not be completely fair. Someone may come off a little bit more than the other person. But I do feel with more hard work, determination, tenacity, you guys will be just fine. Or the other person. Whoever comes out a little bit less, the other person who has less will build themselves, will rebuild themselves again. That's for sure. And so in the extended, we're going to look deeper at this relationship, see what's coming up for you guys, as well as singles. We're looking at you too, not just this month, but down the line. So if you're interested in that, click the link to the extended and we can look deeper into this love relationship. If you would like to set something up for yourself, a personal reading, click the link to my website and you can do just that. If you would like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you are new to my channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Scorpio.